Went to the big hall, and the students were all waiting there, and I must say that was really, in some ways, the highlight of the trip. A masterclass for me is really sort of a compromise, because it's basically a combination of trying to teach a lesson in public, and you can say a few things, but you really can't go into it in depth. So what I tried to do is first of all, they spoke English fairly well. At least they understood enough so that it was not a question of, really having a terrible time making yourself understood. You say piano, forte, middle to the sound, you play a little bit, and it becomes like an international language. So I had a good time doing that, because I felt that they understood what I wanted, and certainly the audience was extremely responsive. Masterclass, whether you like it or not, is not just for the poor person that plays for you. I call them poor because they are under such pressure to do well and to play in front of an audience and in front of you. But it's also, you also try to at least take the audience into what you're doing, let them participate in what you're doing. If you get too technical, then they're out of it. So what I try to do is I try to talk technical talk, but clear enough so that people can say, gee, I'm learning something. As usual, what I try to do in a master class is I try to be supportive and to try and criticize in a very gentle and in a very nice way. Let's see. You want to ask any question? Well, yes. Well, I think it's very good. Oh, you English, yes? A little. Good. Then we have no problem. I like it very much. I think there are two things, if I can make a comment. I think that, of course, you play it very, very well. I would listen a little bit to your pianos, when you have piano, and also the dramatic timing. Sometimes when you play, for example, when you play right after piano comes in, tim, pom pom, yeah. Can you just play that one?
Я думаю, без перевода сейчас.
This is international language, yes. Piano, piano, forte, piano. Okay. This is very good, but sometimes I think, for me, when one plays on the stage, I always feel that the piano should be more fat. So every piano for me, just a little more. All right, can you just try it one more? Sit, close, a little closer to the bridge. All right. Exactly. Even more. Exactly. Beautiful. Yeah. Always. Not too much. Exactly. Not too much flotando. Exactly. Very good. That's one thing. The other thing that I want you to think about is in the first half of the piece. Dramatic thing. Sometimes I feel that this is gypsy kind of music. Yes, gypsy music. Not polite gypsy music. Very kind of, yeah, right. So don't don't play fast between the section, you know. Time. Take your time, you know. And then you wait until the sound comes out. It's finished. And when you wait, you really say to the people, isn't this beautiful? The great thing about a good master class is if you mixed, this was wonderful, but can you do it like that as well, and it would be even better. You know, you've got to always give a positive feedback to the students, you know, and unfortunately I've seen too many master classes where the people says, what do you think you're doing? What do you think this is? I mean, have you ever thought about something like this? What do you have in mind? And it's all that kind of attacking kind of attitude that I don't believe in. I always like to let them play through a little bit and then said, okay, let's get that out of it. Let's get the nervousness out of the way, and then let's talk about what you think about the piece and so on. And more pressure. Okay, also, you know what will also help is if you don't pray. You know, this should, because sometimes everything, you know, it's like you have a pencil here, you're trying to draw pictures. Okay. Okay. That was good. That was good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we had a very, very, very nice time. And afterwards, of course, there was question and answer from the audience. And that's always funny because, you know, you think people are going to ask you about some technical thing. What do you think about the bow pressure when it comes to pianissimo passages and so on? But instead they said, why don't you play something for us? That's always the case. I didn't practice today.
Practice here, please. Will you practice here?
Okay. I didn't know what to really play for them, that it would be 1, 2, 3 quick. And of course, there were quite a few pianists there, and I said, do you have the music to such and such? And she said, okay. And so I played this Wieniawski, the caprice which I played in the recital. I happened to know it, and she sort of faked through it, and it was just fine, and we had a good time. But that was my turn to be nervous.